Welcome to video 3, Creating Your Deal. You found a for sale by owner seller that you have an interest in, or a homeowner that has expressed an interest in selling. Now what? As discussed earlier, great deals don't just happen, they are created. Let's discuss how to build and present a case to the seller to give yourself the best possible chance to create a deal. First, when you talk to a seller on the phone, and especially in person, do your best to build rapport with the seller. It's much more difficult to negotiate to buy someone's house if you haven't built rapport with the homeowner or if they are indifferent to you. People like to do business with other people they like. Before you meet with the seller, you will want to determine what the potential value of the house is in nice condition. You can do this by requesting comparables from a real estate agent if you are working with one, by the county assessor or treasurer's site for recently sold homes that are similar as well as what the county has the home valued at, or online sites that provide for sale or sold home information. Just beware of valuations that some online sites put on homes due to the fact that they are just aggregating the information, which may not take into account a number of important items in regards to a specific house. Also be aware that the county's valuation of the home may be more or less than the actual market value is, but it does provide another piece to the valuation puzzle that can be helpful. It is amazing the number of home sellers that state what they think the value of their home is when talking with my company, that are not close to the real value when you look at actual comparables and condition of the house. When first meeting with a seller, try to find something in common that you're able to discuss with them. This can lead you to asking the homeowner questions so that you're able to discover why they are selling, if they've already found a new home to move to, or if they need or want to move but need to sell this house first. Is the sale of the house the result of an estate, probate, divorce situation, or other reasons that may be motivating the homeowner to sell? Next, you will inspect the house. I have provided a copy of the inspection sheet that we use when we inspect houses below. An additional item that you will want to do is to take pictures of the house as you go through your inspection so that you can refresh your memory if needed later on. After your inspection, you may want to excuse yourself from the homeowner so that you can look over the inspection information, comparables, etc., and come up with your offer. If you are unable to put your ideas together quickly, you can continue with the below items and then email or mail your proposal to the seller, especially if they are not in a hurry to sell and move. In any event, you will want to sit down with the seller and provide the following information. You will want to provide them a copy of the comparables that you have found, if you have been able to find good comparables. This will allow you to discuss the comparables with the seller, be able to show the seller the condition and finish of the comparables, and determine if they are in somewhat agreement with what you have found. It will be beneficial to you if you are able to point out, for example, that a house that sold for X number of dollars had new or updated kitchens and bathrooms with granite countertops, new siding and windows, a new roof, etc. So the sellers will hopefully understand what their home would need and the cost to get it to where the comparable sold or is selling for. If a seller still thinks the value of their home is much higher than what you believe, it's going to be very difficult to reach an agreement on the eventual purchase price. The other item you will want to present to the seller is a list of specific benefits that you can offer to the seller that will hopefully be of value to them. These may include, 1, that you can pay cash for the house if you can, or that you have a strong pre-qualification letter with as much of the documentation done as possible so the seller can easily see that you are a strong buyer. 2, if possible, that you can close and take possession of the house when the seller wants. 3, that you're willing to buy the house as is and not require the seller to do any repairs or updating. 4, allow the seller to leave whatever stuff in the house they want to. In general, doing anything possible to provide the seller a stress-free, hassle-free sale of their house, which is what I do in my business. If you have done a good job of talking to the seller before and during the inspection, You will know what benefits you can provide that will or may be of value to the seller. This should also set yourself apart from any of your potential buyer competition if the seller is actively trying to sell. If you are thinking, man, this sounds like a lot of work to buy a home, you're right. If you want to get a good or great deal on your first or next home, you need to be willing to do the things that others, especially agents or other buyers, are not. Now, let's briefly discuss making the offer or offers to the seller. Whether in person or sending the offer later, you can utilize the multiple offer letter and supporting documents provided in this program. This offer letter will give you and the seller an easy to understand offer or offers and provide a compelling case of why they should seriously consider your proposal. The secrets will also give you some common objections expressed by sellers and how to handle those objections. I hope you have enjoyed this video and have discovered and learned about these important steps in the home buying process. Just click on the button below to watch the next and last video about finding and buying your first or next home. Thank you for watching.